Right there, all the notes, right, Panda?
That was it. That's
was
the only
it.
thing I wrote down. We know everything else going on.
That's right.
My reminders of who everybody is.
My
Hey,
Hi,
notes say
everyone.
Good
going to
evening.
die.
You beautiful nerds, and welcome to episode 7 of Ghosts of Caerus. Yeah, we are almost at the end of this series, which just flew by, and it kind of made me sad
Really
because
did.
it's such a joy to hang out with all of them every week. Nobody's hurt, by the way, people at home. It's just Prince's partner. She's
Red
fine,
is
by the way.
awesome.
She's
a great DM, but she's also
a great DM.
loud.
She's very fine, by the way. Just running her own things in the house at the same time, so you may hear her. But yeah, before we get
to it.
before we get started, let's just do the quick housekeeping stuff as we usually do. Let's speak first. We're about our little affiliate, people that help support the stream and companies like that. First and foremost, we are Dice affiliated with Die Hard Dice, home of the shopkeep in the realm. There you can find quality polymer, metal dice, and various accessories, such as those cool collapsible dice tray, which I love because I can just carry them around in my bag when I go GM somewhere else, without the risk of breaking it. You can do exclamation mark dice as Panda did, and get two things. First is our affiliate link, where you can everything that you purchase through that, we get a 10% kickback, which helps support the cast show and help me pay my people here more, so that they will want to come back. And also you get our promo code GRC10, where you can get 10% off your entire order when you purchase through Die Hard Dice. So yeah, use that code, get some fancy nerd things at a discount, because they make really cool shit over there. Next, we also affiliated with lovely folks at Hip One Press, where you can get TTRPG reference card, books, and accessories all compatible with 5e, and campaign things such as the Humblewood Sina Una, and magic items such with the Griffin Saddlebag, or cool things like the deck of many where you can cause chaos in your 5e game. You can do exclamation HPP and see our affiliate link every purchase there. Help us, so do that. And last but not least, when considered affiliate, we're also affiliated with lovely folks at 1985 Games, maker of things like Dungeon Craft, the indie 2D turn series, perfect for the gym on the go and on budget because they're actually pretty affordable. Deck of Story, which is really cool to have either a story prompt or when you need to pull an NPC because your party wants to talk with everybody in the tavern and you already ran out of the list, so I can just pull a card from there and like, here's this NPC with a few traits for you. And they're really cool. They have also the counterspell minis, which are really pretty, and they also have now the VHS inspired dice. Really, really awesome. You can use our affiliate link. That's going to tell us that we sent you there, and we're going to get a kickback from your purchase. And you can also get 10% off your entire order with the code GRC10, because I like my discount code to be pretty much always the same. It's just easier. Last little bit of news, kinda, before we do the kind of morning things. Just keep an eye if the email I got earlier from today is accurate. Keep an eye out on our social media on Twitter tomorrow. There's gonna be something, if all things go well, very cool. So you want to check that and keep that an eye out. You can follow us on Twitter. I think it's exclamation mark social. I should know my fucking commands, right?
It would be Dimples.
No, it's not that. Apparently, I'm a goddamn bot. There you go. It's social with no S. Where you can keep in touch with our Twitter and all that. Yeah, go make sure to follow us so that you can know about that.
And
So-
everything else cool that goes on.
Yeah,
on this channel.
there's there's new show and things like that happening. Well, I usually just post it on the Bird app because I don't do Facebook, and I don't really do Instagram because I don't understand Instagram properly. And Facebook, fuck that place, right?
Yes, Nix, are you
You
drinking
got
out
it.
of a vase?
It's a pour over carafe. I'm cutting out the middleman.
I respect that.
Efficiency is key. I appreciate it.
I mean,
So do I. I was just my brain went for a second.
I have been known to drink coffee out of a vase, yes.
yeah.
It's fine. I was eating popcorn out of a mixing bowl earlier. So.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's you don't have to dirty like another vessel for your things. It's easier that way. Yeah. Yeah. Safety first, right? Content warning! Exclamation mark CW. Because Ghost of Caerus is indeed intended for a mature audience, because we are a mature and responsible adult here. No, but seriously, the show does deal with some the dark sci-fi world of The Expanse, which includes some serious and sometimes intense scene. We also use profanity. There's possible chance of violence and other frightening scenes and things that may trigger you. We want your safety. Here we do have some safety tool that we use behind the scene, just to ensure that everybody is cozy in the cold space. We cannot, ensure that for you at home. So if it doesn't think, feel free to step away, drink some water, take a walk, go pet a dog or something, and whatever you feel comfortable. And again, we'd be happy to see you again. So come back. All right. I think that covers it, right? So let's dive in back into things that are happening on board the Ghost. So last time, our little crew had to make a few hard decisions in order to ensure the survivability of the current people on board. Following explosion from one of the water tank, reducing not only oxygen but also availability to water, and probably complicating some of the repair quite a lot. It was a decision that was taken to put at least some people temporarily to sleep, so they would reduce the oxygen use and increase survivability for the crew, hopefully. But it's a bit tense on board, to say the least, as they're trying to repair all systems with a big ship object floating nearby, and hopefully the only coming back from their slingshot trajectory. So, also, somebody on board has taken a firearm, and nobody is actually sure who it is, although there's suspicion. And, well, there was some very awkward search done about that last time. But hey, it's all good, right? It's all in the name of safety. So, we're getting a bit of a rest, trying to plan. One would say the next day, but what is really a day in space? Who on your crew is probably waking up first from that rest? I'm assuming there's some people that are more or less working overnight on things, so.
Well, I would have gone to sleep about 4 hours after everybody, just to make sure that people that were supposed to be taking sleeping pills and going to sleep took their sleeping pills and went to sleep. Making sure there's not extra people that are like roaming around the decks or whatever. And as soon as I know everything's secure, I would go crash in my bunk. I would not take any meds for it though, because as captain, I need to be able to wake up immediately if there's a problem. So I would probably be the last person to wake up of the people that are sleeping.
Awesome. Captain Dylan, as you fall asleep, trying to get some rest from the event of the day, you dream.
No shit.
You dream back of the strange blue bioluminescent shape, humanoid shape like people that you saw on the planet or whatever station, whatever you may have in the rooms that you found. But they feel the more you spend time in that dream, the more they take actual proper shape. They're not just light, they're actually people, there's structure to them. And there's a blue cat apparently, somewhere. You're not exactly sure where you are. But it has a very much, from what you can gather, a very ship-like feel to it. Seems to be people going through what you would know from experience, routine on board a vessel. A very large vessel. Much larger than Ghost. And in that dream, you're once again around that, what appeared to be that table that you found, where you initially encountered those ghost-like beings. They seem to be radiating something. And there seem to be a lot of panic and chaos on board. Not exactly sure what's going on. And as you feel like you're about to probably find out what's happening next, you wake up. It wasn't
look at my
exactly.
comm. How
It wasn't
long was
restful.
I out?
Roll me a d6.
4.
A good solid 4 hours sleep that is not exactly restful, but sleep nonetheless.
So I probably woke up about the same time as everyone who took their meds, I'm gonna guess, right? Roughly.
Some of them is probably for a more extended period, depending on who it is. But yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna wake up and try to orient myself because I'm probably in my hammock.
Yeah.
Climb out of it, activate my mag boots, and I'm gonna radio Nami immediately.
Yeah, Nami, your communicator light up.
Nami, there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you go to
What's
sleep?
A bit. Not much. Why?
I had a wild fucking dream, dude. Oh my god, it's so bad. Like, you remember the blue things?
Oh, the operations, wherever
They're
they were.
people. Like, I was dreaming about it, and there were like they were people working a ship, and I think they're on that ship.
So,
And they're all panicking.
do you think this was something that happened in the past or now?
I don't know. Like, they were panicking about something, and then I woke up. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something going on right now or if it's echoes of something. But the last time it was a warning. So I'm worried this is another warning. But I don't know what it's about. I'm headed for the command deck.
All right, I'll meet
And
you
I'm like
there.
already on my way there.
Yeah, and
All right.
Nami will stand up and, as usual, prepare their weaponry and also join the cap at the deck. But yeah.
And like, as soon as I get up there, I'm checking every computer, any system that we have live, looking for what's going on, especially with the star in this area, because we remember from the first warning, the star basically exploded.
Yep.
So I want to go get like readings on what's going on in the system
All right.
with whatever we have available, because I know a lot of the systems are down.
Yeah. So you did like tell earlier Mateo to go to bed,
Mm-hmm.
which he did for a bit. Get some proper sleep. Woke up at, maybe like an hour before you. To try to get back on at least some work done, which you probably pick up as you're like looking outside on like external scanner. You do see like somebody in a vac suit trying to work on shit. It doesn't take too long to put two and together. Like there's not many people on board that vessel that is as tall as Mateo.
Yeah.
You can see him like trying to work on, trying to take as much of the work on him. From what you can see from afar, a star from that system seems to be, well, still a very stable star. But you know that any disaster that happened with a star is not like an instant thing.
No,
Takes
it's usually something.
It takes some time. There's progressive change. But one thing that does catch your attention, you are used to see the burn of a drive on a ship, like scanner and things like that, and how it works in space and what it looks like visually. Seeing a bit in the back, you do see that this structure that is floating there seems to have a drive on. There's a bit of a I'd say there's a bit of a light coming from part of that ship that seems to be that it would be very reminiscent of a drive similar to what you use on board, more or less.
Okay. What systems were brought back online while I was sleeping? Anything?
Currently, you do have more visual scan. There was some work done on communication, and there was some work done on some scanner because you did mention that you wanted to find back the Oni. So they're trying to pinpoint where it is just in case it doesn't go off course, as things sometimes happen when it's an unmanned ship.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially because the planet just exploded. So.
Yeah.
So did we find a drive signature for the Oni or no?
Roll me a d6. One. You did find a spot somewhere, but you do know that drive signature sometimes you will get partial scan, showing the trajectory, but it is very, very partial. You see where it was going. You do hope that they will get something, either program in it that will make it return, or get around some gravity well just to slingshot it back.
But we know it's out there.
Yeah.
We don't know if it got damaged or not, but we know that the ship is there.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely destroyed.
Yeah.
That's something at least. Okay. All right. But this thing seems like it's fired up since we went to sleep.
Yeah. It seems more active.
I'm gonna try to hail it again. But I'm gonna turn the volume way down.
Okay.
After the screaming, high-pitched wailing that we had before.
Yeah.
And I want it only coming through on my comms. I don't want it
Yeah.
broadcasting through the ship or anything.
Yeah. You only get really static coming back from that ship. still like listening to any sound, any broadcast from anything, you only get a very chaotic static from it. Roll me. I was good. Perception, listen, if you have that.
I don't have listen, but I do have pretty high perception.
All right.
So that's not bad. 8 and 6 is 14, and 3 is 17 with a 6 on the drama die.
Okay.
Or no. 6 is not on the drama die.
Okay.
5 on the drama die. No stun points.
So, us as human, we don't necessarily need to understand things to know when things are more or less a language. We just get a feeling for it. Bits and pieces of that static appear to almost be language-like, but you're not exactly sure.
I would start recording it.
Okay.
So that way we can speed it up and slow it down and see if we can find something.
Okay. Perfect.
And while we're recording, I'm just pacing the deck, waiting for someone to give me news about something that isn't, oh my god, we're still gonna die.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably not pacing. I'm probably just sitting in my chair so I don't waste any more oxygen than we have.
Yeah. I know Nami's awake. When is the rest of you waking up?
So, Ash is kind of an idiot, as we've already established, right?
He's a lovable idiot.
So Ash is up early, actually not really paying attention to anybody else, and getting his workout on because this is what he needs to do. So he's push-ups, sit-ups, crunches. You know, he's
weird,
breathing
right?
in all of the air he could possibly breathe, that sort of thing.
I hate that more than thinking the fact that he just went ahead and like took a couple shots on top of his sleeping pill, because I thought that's where this was going.
No.
It must be weird doing push-up in space when there's not much resistance, unless you have something
Yeah,
like.
he's still trying.
Do you have like some big elastic band that you like use?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, resistance bands. You can't bring weights.
That's
To
right.
throw off the shape of the ship, but you can bring up resistance bands.
That's right.
Ash is just floating in the air with a band around his neck, on his feet, just radiation, my liver. He's like, Captain.
In the radio?
Yeah, over the radio.
Morning, Ash.
Oh, is there a reason that the air in here smells like somebody farted?
Did you fart?
I don't think so, but I was asleep for a long time. Could have happened.
And- yeah, or either that or you're getting, I don't know, you sweat in your sleep?
I don't know. It's pretty climate controlled in here. I'm sweating right now, though. I just got a hellacious workout on.
Ash,
Yes.
we're running low on oxygen. Why are you burning up our oxygen while we're working out?
Because if I'm gonna die, I want to be in the best shape I can be in.
You're going to make us die faster.
I don't think I've used that much oxygen myself. I am an excellent cardiovascular strength for a man of my age.
Do me a favor and stop working out just in case, because we don't want to piss anybody else off on the ship. I told you what was going on.
We can just make him go sleep. No, I probably shouldn't say that.
Why don't you come up here on deck? We're trying to figure something out and you've got some technical knowledge.
Yes, Captain. Captain. On my way, Captain.
Walk slow, please. Or float.
Mm-hmm.
He's storming down the hall in his mag boots, isn't he?
Oh, he is like, as long as he don't run into anybody, he's like grabbing the walls and just jetting himself.
Oh, that's fine.
You just hear Ash down the halls going, wee.
So, just because of that, I just look up how much oxygen like does somebody like use when they exercise. because we're gonna learn shit, kids. So apparently, like when you rest for like, for example, 15 minutes, like somebody will use about like 12 liters of air. Up to about for when working out for like something like 40 to 60 minutes, you're gonna use like easily 100 liters of air.
See what happened was.
So cool. I'm gonna take that in
You come
consideration.
upstairs and she's just like, my eye is twitching. She's just trying to calm herself down. All right, Ash, we're getting some sort of signal from the ship, and their drives have fired up since we all went to sleep.
Oh, hot diggity dog. We might have some action here. Are we heading towards the ship?
No, we can't move our ship. Our ship can't. We cannot move. We're stuck.
Did you say hi?
I have tried, and all I'm getting is static, but it doesn't sound like regular, just basic static. It sounds like there's something there. I'm recording so we can see if we can figure out what the pattern is, because it sounds like there's some sort of language, but I can't figure out what it is. I'm wondering if you have anything that can translate stuff quick, or I don't know. Computer
Maybe.
programs that can decode language real fast. You got access to a lot more than I do.
Yeah, well, normally where there is a planet where I am near all of my facilities and such, probably could do that. But otherwise, we got to send long-range messages, and that might take a little bit of time.
Yeah, well, right now we can't send messages that are long range, so.
Exactly.
Well, do you want to help me see if we can speed up, slow down, find a pattern, something?
I'll do whatever it takes, Captain. You tell me what you want me to do, and I am going in your direction.
I'll sit him down next to me and get it up on the screen and start looking for vocal patterns or something in the
All right.
static.
Fantastic.
She said, "Get it up."
Did you say that out loud? Or did you
Under
say
his
that
breath.
Hang on. I'm gonna roll some dice to see if I heard that.
Yeah.
3, 6, 10, 13, 3 stunt points. I probably heard it.
Probably depending on
I'm
like
just
oh.
I will just snicker really loud.
I'm not rolling against it.
Yeah.
I'm like a 12-year-old. I hear that and I just start snickering while we're looking through stuff.
Look, certain jokes are just for all ages.
Basically.
What is Nami and Rowan doing while they are doing that?
See, I had just been ordered for a nap, yeah? Or
Uh,
was it no? Or no?
it was at
Ma-
least like 4+ hours ago.
yeah,
8 hours ago.
Because
I went to bed
Mateo
4
had been
hours after
yeah,
everybody.
because Mateo would have been was ordered for a nap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have taken some time in there, and then when Mateo woke up, switched out,
Mm.
so that there's at least one of us
Working with
doing
shit.
something at all times.
Give me an engineering check. It's gonna have an impact on progress. And also, if you do wish to think out loud of any plan for repair of certain things, let me know.
12.
12. All right. Working as best as you can. What are you focusing on specifically?
Probably the most complicated, get the drive up and running,
Okay.
so we can head towards the ring.
Okay. How do you want to get access to your drive to go fully diagnosed?
Let me.
Because right now
find
it's in between your usual room and a room where there's a lot of water.
Yeah, let me bring up that map real quick.
So creative solutions are welcome.
Okay, There's the map. So, and it's 10 that's flooded and sealed, yeah?
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna get some engineer juice in me. Probably right now seeing what I can assess and
That's
repair.
coffee and engine grease, by the way.
Yes. What I can assess remotely without being able to access the drive. While also thinking up plans of possibly if we have to go EVA to bypass that deck.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility. You would need to probably cut a hole in the side of the ship, but it's possible.
But yeah, just generally seeing what I can figure out remotely about any systems that are outside of the reactor itself that are causing the reactor to not fire up and the drive to not be non-operable.
Did you share any of that information with Matteo in between the wake up and nap part?
Yeah, probably would have had an ongoing checklist,
All right.
so we know where each one left off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what the engineer would do. So, I'm just gonna make him do a quick perception on like checking around that drive for you. All right, that's actually pretty good. So you wouldn't have noticed any like physical obstruction anywhere that could have caused that. But would have some decent idea of where one could potentially risk it for a biscuit and cut an access point externally. But that would be ideally a two-man job, just to make sure that something doesn't fly away that doesn't need to fly away. But you get a feeling that when there's discussion of possibly doing something as wild as this, that is little Pelterheart is actually enjoying that, because that's very MacGyvering shit, and that's what Belter is all about. Like, they will fix anything with duct tape if needed.
I reassure him that this is definitely something I would not exclude you from. So don't feel like you're going to be snapping and get left out of the fun, Matteo.
And he also suggests you that if they only manage to be close enough and they can get control over it, that he's not against scavenging as many workable parts from that. Because
make a note, add that to the list.
Yeah, to him, the only is just a junker that it's not a beautiful gunship. So
can I get any kind of a readout of like a definitive, this junction box is blown? This may not be the problem, but it's a problem.
What was your engineering test? The result? Do you remember? Is it the one I see there? Yeah.
That plus 3, yeah.
6, 7, 8, 3. So it was 11?
6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. Yeah, you do have a good idea of which one, which part would be. Because you've been spending a lot of time on that recently. So, yeah, with that 12, yeah, you have a good idea of what you would need to go and fix and replace. The thing is, you do have the parts for it in where you are right now. You just don't necessarily have the access of where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess start putting together a plan. Once Matteo comes back on shift, to present to the captain about EVAing and getting to the reactor.
Yeah.
Also, kind of lay out. Okay, air, drive. Yeah. We need a captain's decision.
And I mean, you would know that your drive, if you manage to power that, will help with any battery issue, which would. So,
Fix the air issue.
yeah, it would actually help fix. It would be a very good step towards that. It's just not an easy step to take. Because there's a lot of danger.
Yeah, I'm just gonna work up from a by the books engineer's perspective of best way to EVA to get to the drive, and then as soon as Mateo's available, get some belter input.
Yeah, and Mateo is currently outside on the exterior shell, like trying to patch up as many things as he can. So, if you want to hail him and make him come back, he's more than happy to come back.
Yeah, once I kind of like put my thoughts together on the best way to do it, looking at the schematics, I'll get Mateo in the comms and see if he's close to being able to. I don't want to pull you away from anything too important. But I think I've put together a plan to EVA and get access to the drive and try and repair it. This feels like a very Hio Silver kind of belter operation.
Yeah. It like gets back to you. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I was just taking a little lovely spacewalk. Enjoying the scenery, trying to write some poetry down. You're not interrupting anything at all.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So.
Bless his little heart. I mean that in the most sensitive grandma way ever. Bless his poor little heart. He's too precious for this earth.
So, you got a plan?
I mean, by the books, kind of a very inner kind of a plan, but I definitely want. I've learned enough working with you specifically and with other belters that you have a very out of the box methodology.
I mean, the user manual is more like guidelines of how things should quote unquote be assembled by the manufacturer. But you and I, Pampa, we both know that they don't know what they're talking about most of the time. They just want you to to sell more of their shit.
You void a lot of warranties, don't you?
What's a warranty?
Never mind.
All
Not
right.
important.
Coming back in 5.
All right, I will get everything on my end ready, and we'll make a presentation to the captain.
All right, perfect. Nami, are you doing anything in the meantime as you wake up? Hello, kitty.
Here's Liara. Hi, baby.
I would say because Nami still is unaware of who actually possesses the gun, they will continue to perform that task. Look for, they'll continue to look for different individuals, eye out again their silhouette, see if they can spot anything that's out of the ordinary. Also listening to conversations to hear about if individuals are stressed out to make sure things doesn't go does it essentially turn into a riot. But yeah, they're pretty much try to iron out those details.
Roll me an empathy test. That is under think perception.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah, perception.
You still have one of the 2 people you found out from last week that you still gotta go check with.
Well, I checked John, and he was not happy to see me. He had a middle leg, so that was he's out of the picture.
I mean, you were looking for John.
Oh, okay. You said all right. 15.
And what exactly are you trying to read on them? Like their stress level?
First, also their silhouettes to see if they can see like a pistol sticking out somewhere. But also, definitely their stress level as well.
Well, it's pretty obvious to anybody that everybody's a bit very, very tense right now. They're trying to keep a cool head as much as possible, and they heard like talk of our Pinky and the Brain Lovely a duo of engineer trying to figure out something to fix things. So there's a bit of hopefulness, but also they realize that, yeah, you know, shit might go wrong with that too. So, so everybody seems to be very nervous. As to if there's any specific silhouette of like a gun sticking out, you don't see anybody with that. So if they did have a firearm, unless they're concealing it very, very well, which on a essentially a jumpsuit is, you know, you cannot hide too many things unless it's very, very loose. Whatever the object may not be on their person as well, right?
And there's no way to like trace the weapon itself, right? Like there's no like
No.
tracking on it. Okay. Ooh, this is
Look, I mean, if the Martian were able to lose the entire fleet of ship, there's no tracking for
Yeah.
like personal guns.
that's true. Well, yeah, I guess since they don't see anything there, they're just going to do their extra diligence just to make sure nothing
Yeah.
gets too wild. Because yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you do see some of them are very, very much pacing because they're not sure what to do with themselves. You know, what is a pilot that is not able to pilot? They're trying as much as possible to figure things out and try to, from the partial that they have from the treasure, they only try to do things that way too. But they can only hope for the best at that point. A lot of things rely on getting more things operational.
yeah. If it was not a gun missing, Nami would just like say like, hey, let's play some cards to get their mind off of things. But sadly, the gun being missing takes priority over that. But yeah, so that's just their task. They'll just keep reviewing everyone, make sure there's no fights taking place. Listen for conversations just to make sure no one is being upset about a particular individual or saying this person's useless, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's what they're doing.
Good stuff. All right, Rowan, do you have your PowerPoint presentation prepared?
Yeah. Go track down the captain with Mateo.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I'm assuming Captain is fairly easy to track down. It's not that big of a ship. There's only so many rooms that one can be in.
Yeah, I mean, I can be radioed or I'm on the command deck because that's where I usually am.
Just floating in and just do that. Like, I don't want to disturb anybody.
Oh, hey, Rowan.
Oi, boss man!
Hi, Ro. Hi, Mateo. What's up? Please tell me you have good news.
Potentially, we've been brainstorming an idea to. We need access to the drive to fix the drive.
How do you feel about holding your ship?
I mean, I was willing to blow a hole in the side to drain all the water out of the water tank if we needed to, so...
No, that was not a good idea in my opinion. Generally blowing things up is the last ditch.
Well, I don't mean like
effort.
blow it. I mean like put a hole in the side of the ship if we needed to get the water out, but we have it contained currently.
Pampa, you could have told me that...
I trust both of you to do whatever needs to get done. Just do it.
Could have told me that boss lady was, more than happy to just, do hole in the side. We could have got that fixed right away.
I mean, but, protocols and whatnot.
Nah, y'all go do whatever you gotta do. Just try to get her up and running. At this
Yeah,
point, we gotta
definitely
be
void the
willing
warranty.
to try anything.
What's a warranty?
There is no warranty
Right,
on this ship. It's
yeah.
salvage.
Savage. Yeah. I mean, most of the parts here are like from here and there, and they're held together. It works. I mean, never
Okay.
buy things all from one place. That's how they get you.
It's literally the ship of Theseus. We've done everything that we could possibly do to keep this thing together for as long as it is. And you're paying for the upgrades and getting her all overhauled and perfect when we get back anyway, right?
Should
Do
we
whatever you
survive?
two need to do.
Yeah. No. Everything we do on
Well,
the
I
outside
mean,
can
we
just
have two
buff out.
options. Try whatever they've figured out or die out here.
Oh, yeah. I trust that y'all are not gonna kill us on purpose.
Y'all
No.
two are authorized to do whatever you need to do. Go ahead.
All right. Pampa, do you need to take a poop first or and then? Because we're going for a walk. It's gonna be a
No,
walk.
I'm good to go right now.
All right. Suit up.
I just
And if you need
You
to
always
be,
take
just
the
be the
opportunity
suit. That's
for,
all we do.
Yeah, you should try to go to the bathroom before you go outside. Like, that's living 101. You're going to be out there a minute. Both of you go try to take a shit and then go outside. Don't make me have to mom you both. Jesus.
I mean, you know, Zero G always does do a thing with my intestines, so I've been pretty regular this entire time. So
Go do whatever y'all got to do and just fix the ship. Please, I'm begging you.
All
we
right.
want to avoid shitty situations.
Yeah. I would like to avoid death, personally.
Well, I'd consider death the ultimate shitty situation.
Yeah, that's true. Just
Just
keep
go
on
gather what we
comms.
need.
Let me know what's going on.
Can do, Captain. I guess that was disturbingly easy. There wasn't even a single piece of paperwork to fill. That's fine.
There
Did you
is
bring a
No
slideshow?
paperwork.
You got a
I
pitch
mean,
deck?
I didn't want to, kill your thunder. I know, like you do like
Pitch deck.
you do have like you do like have like big presentation like you did when you wanted like to improve like the bathroom situation, like the pipe were not to
Yeah,
standard
mm.
or whatever that fuck that is.
I mean, it's always good to lay out the finer points of a plan so that everybody's on the same page should things go awry.
I greatly appreciate it, but we're kind of in a hurry here, so do whatever you
yeah,
both
ship
need
here,
to do.
hole here, get in, good, right?
Well,
And,
that's,
you
We're
know,
that's-
two of
hopefully-
the best engineers in space. Please just fix the ship.
puff up a little bit at that. I'm like, all right, let's go.
All right, go show us what that PAGA was all for. Hey, slap your butt. Let's go.
They're gonna be best friends before this is all over. Lord, let us live long enough for them to become best friends, right?
All right. Did like on his time on the Ghost, did Rowan do a lot of the spacewalk stuff
When necessary.
when necessary? How does he feel about that one?
It's very eyes on the hull, eyes on the hull, eyes on the hull.
Alright.
Eyes on the giant ship that's growing things that's like, a few thousand miles away and right there.
All right. Yeah. No. Gotta make sure that your suit is on properly. We would not want you lose or run to a leak.
Yeah, it probably takes me like 2 to 3 times the amount of time it
Yeah.
takes Mateo to put on a
And
suit.
it probably helps you like near the end. Got this? Okay.
Everything seems to check out. It's okay. Here we go.
All right. And out you are into the block of space. Coming out from the airlock, which we look at the ship schematic, would be where is that? At all of them right there.
Page 99.
Page 99, right?
Say, what is that? The airlock is at the cargo bay, so
Yep.
deck 8.
Deck 8, so we're like 2 deck above. Alright, got all the tools. So, it takes you a hot minute to get there because you don't want to rush too much. It only take like 1 second to slip and then you're gone. You get next to where the drive would be. And Mateo just like grab you by the head, put your helmet like on yours, and just toss like the old-fashioned belt away. All right, we got this, okay? Just focus on the job. Like don't look at the big star. It's bright and beautiful. Don't be like those like what do you call them? Like on Earth, like those like moth, right? It just goes like towards like light and just die because they're like stupid, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't look at the big thing on the other side of the ship. No. All you need to do is look at the ship, right? That's all that exists. We got this.
Okay, well let's get to work then.
And then he hands you like the torch to cut the hole.
Fire it up and find the optimal place for entry.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, have we figured out anything in this code at all?
Is there like a linguistic skill? I think there is.
I have a pretty high communication, but my only bonus in communication currently is bargaining.
Yeah.
I mean, my big abilities is the ability to bargain and gut checks because my intuition is really high.
Yeah, no, your intuition is like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Intuition rolls are +5.
Yeah, communication is Ash's area of expertise.
Yeah. If anybody listening to that have any communication expression, would be fairly applicable for that.
I do not have expression.
So we just communication test.
Just roll communication.
You may not necessarily get an understanding of what they're saying, but you may get an understanding of what they're expressing.
Are we both rolling?
Well, Ash Phoenix is used to listening to people trying to pitch in things.
Am I rolling too, Rafiki?
Yep.
I rolled all 4s, +4. So
6 on the drama die. 7 + 6 is 13 + 3 16.
I also rolled 16, and I everything is 4.
No
So I
stunt
get
points,
4
but there is a
stunt
6 on the
points.
but there is a 6 on the drama die. So I rolled 3, 4, and 6.
All right. I'm gonna try to put it as in a way as relatable for both of you. Ash. Fuck you, Windows update.
Yeah, that would definitely interfere with trying to figure out what
Yeah.
the hell's going on with our comm system.
Yeah.
Fucking Windows updates.
It pays everything around in Windows. That's why nothing works.
It's like 2360 something, and it's like fucking Windows.
I will
God damn it,
postpone that.
Microsoft.
Ash, you were on Earth when the Free Navy like dropped the rocks, right? When although there was not much available communication because a lot of shit went down, like there was just nothing much available. From what local chatter you were able to get, because you are a well-connected man. You probably understand, just even if you don't understand the language, the general feel of people communicating in a very panicked way. D. Remind me or not, whether or not did the ghost or whatever ship you may have been on at the time took part in any shape or form in the conflict between the Free Navy and essentially the rest of space? Whether it has been whatever side with it, the OPA,
It's
Mars.
kind of. It's been pretty long after that, right? Like it's been.
It's not that long after that.
Okay.
We're like maybe like a year or two after that.
I don't know that we would have participated directly in the conflict, but we likely would have been affected by it because we.
Oh,
you
everybody
know,
was.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think we would have participated directly though. We are basically ferry people around and ferry cargo around.
Yeah, you probably got
We
some
would've-
communication of things everywhere.
Honestly, we were probably really far in once the rocks started
Yeah.
getting slung, and we were probably helping evac people.
Yeah.
Is probably what we were doing.
You would understand the feel of war communication.
Right.
It between both of you, you have pretty good sense that it is very warlike with certain panic in the general very mix of strange voice and overtone. You're not exactly sure to understand what they're saying. It's like, I mean, if somebody was gonna be like speaking like Hungarian to me right now, I would not understand a fucking word they're saying. But if they look angry, I will still understand that they sound angry. You get that feel from.
Do they sound like they're afraid of us, or is that like going to be no way to determine that?
It would be very difficult to determine without really understanding or having a visual on to read exactly.
Does
Makes
it feel
sense.
very much? Does it feel very much like it's a live action version of what I was just dreaming about?
Very much in a sense.
So now I probably feel, especially as high as my gut checks are, like that I got a live look at what's going on over there.
Whether it is a live look or a memory, you're not exactly sure. But
Gotcha. It feels the same regardless.
yeah.
They feel panicked to you, Ash. Feels like
Yeah,
they're
it sounds
scared.
like some shit's going down, and it's just a vibe, right? Like bad stuff's happening to them.
Do we have a light on the outside of the ship?
Yeah, you do have lights available.
Can I flash SOS at the ship?
Yeah.
I want to start it. I want to. I want to start flashing the universal code for SOS.
Yeah.
Just because I remember from the last vision I had, seeing Nakata over there. Nakata, was it Nakata? Tanaka.
Yeah.
I remember seeing her image with them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just assume that hopefully someone or something over there recognizes that
Okay.
universal communicator from humanoids or humans in general. And I want to just start flashing SOS in the direction of that ship.
All right. And if you want to keep messing around with any recording or listening to the broadcast, you may do so.
Yeah, I would try to still be looking for patterns, and I'll have like a little mini screen up that's watching the boys TM outside.
All right. Yeah.
Also, Ash, if you've got any ideas, let me know.
On this,
Mm-hmm.
man, SOS seems about the good idea, but all in all, I think we're kind of fucked if Rowan and Mateo can't figure out what they got going on. So I've been just counting down the times till I kiss my ass goodbye.
Yeah, well, I kind of know the feeling.
It ain't like a hopelessness necessarily. It's just more like
No, I'm just
I've had a
regretting that I
good
didn't
life.
spend 2 or 3 extra hours on Tycho before we left.
yeah. Well, yeah, there's always a little bit of regrets, you know? I mean, my kids will probably be all right, but, you know, I won't get to see him grow up, see daughters get married, walking down the aisle and stuff, you know?
Well, here's hoping that the boys fix it and we don't have to worry about that. I'm just gotta put my trust that I have two very good engineers and they know what they're doing.
So, Rowan, I'm gonna have you roll 3 separate engineering check. Depending
Oh boy.
on how well you succeed on your first one, and like progressively will impact the following one. Like if you do absolute garbage on the first one, it's gonna make your second test a bit more difficult, right? So ideally you are gonna roll like an absolute fucking god right now.
This is one of those situations where D is being responsible and not drinking, but Panda would like to go get the bottle of wine out of the fridge.
And I'm also more than happy as a GM to take bribe from chat to help Rowan, because that will also help me pay my cast.
Subs and bits right now to lower the DC.
Okay, you want me to hit that first roll?
Yeah, your first roll is essentially to breach the hole, which in itself is not that difficult. You just don't want to fuck it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, roll into breach. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. It did the job. Is it perfect? Is it gonna be possibly complicated to patch back? Probably. It's not the best access, but you got there. You did not completely fuck up, which is good, because you're a great engineer, and Matteo reminds you of that.
Okay, first step done. Now on to the next part.
So,
So,
one of us needs to go in there, right? Like, I'm tall and not very large. But no offense, but you're scrawny as fuck. Like,
no, that's fair.
right? Like, I like when I first see up diving up in I see the squatter a bit more broad, but you're scrawny as fuck. So if you want to go in there and work on it, I trust you.
All right, I'll take lead.
All right, just keep communication on. Tell me if shit goes on. If there's a puncture, don't panic. I'm gonna patch your butt, okay?
Okay.
All right, you got this. All right.
Okay, here we go. Second roll.
Yeah, now this one is actually to be able to get in there and detach the module. Now, again, like I do with most tasks, it is on a gradient. Ideally, because that hole is not perfect, you will hit a 15. Too low and you may lose your module. Either the one you're detaching or the one that you're currently trying to replace with. So, and higher than that, well, good job. You got it.
Okay, here we go. Pray for me.
How much of this can we see?
Right now you probably don't necessarily have access into the drive part, but you're probably able to see Rowan Winnie the Poohing the ship with his legs sticking out.
Oh wait, there was a lag, so it rolled twice. It was the first one.
Okay,
So
which
that's
is not bad.
It's high. It's high.
It's 13 plus 3. with a 5 on the stunt die and double 5s.
That's 16.
Yeah, and 5 stunt points on top of it.
And you may use those stun point if you wish to make things a bit easier for you.
Yes.
That would be most likely probably. I think like some exploration stun may work here. Or, I mean, if you really want, there's one that actually allows you to technically like calm the water and like reduce the churn, but you only have the one right now, so.
Should be a 2. I had a 6 on the drama die a little bit ago. Just being honest. So, who is on deck with us right now?
Right
is
now,
it just like me and Ash sitting together.
it's
Where's
you and
everybody else?
Ash, possibly Morgan, because they are often like in the cabin, like around just in case.
Mhm.
If they need to, when they need to fire the drive up, they're gonna do their best to fire it up from there.
Is
Whenever.
Nami still roaming around, or is Nami up on deck? at
Where's
this
Nami?
point?
That's a good question.
Nami would be continuing roaming around because until they know where. Oh, well, actually, they probably will report because they haven't reported back their current findings just yet. So they probably would head back to the deck to let them know what the current status is and see what input they have. So yeah, they'll head back to the deck.
I'm just wondering who's around because she's gonna reach out and grab the closest hand to her, whether it's Ash or Nami or Morgan. She doesn't care. She just wants to grab somebody's hand because she is panicking.
Oh, it would be Ash because Nami probably would be heading towards the deck at this time.
Well, then it would be up to Ash. Rather not, he'd let her grab her hand or grab his hand because she's like literally starting to panic at this point.
Sure.
It's vice grip. Of course, you're probably 1,000 times stronger than her skinny little ass.
She may be
but still.
she may be tiny, but she be strong.
The muscles are just for show.
Is Ash losing so much blood
He's got enough
creation?
kids. He's had that hand broken at least twice in labor.
That's why I started working out.
All right, Rowan, good job on that second. Now, to properly replace with the new module, it would normally be a 14 test, but somebody in chat kindly bribed us with 500 bits, so I'm gonna reduce it to 13.
Woo! Thank you.
See, I accept bribery. It's all for a
Okay,
good
so
cause.
we're looking to hit a 13. Okay, here we go. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
All right,
If you use like fortune points to move it up one.
you can use fortune points.
Then yes.
Yeah, you can technically move your 1 to a 2. Only use 2 fortune points, and then meet that test rating.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I will do that.
Yes, I will not kill us all.
Yeah. I mean, at least you did not, completely fuck that one up because things.
Oh, that's a fuel line. My bad.
Oopsies.
Fire up the drive, and oh, look at that! No more drive.
No more ship.
Yeah, because that's basically a nuke that you have there.
It's literally a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, it's a nuke. Don't fuck around with that. You do replace the proper connection.
I see him start to falter, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's fairly stable.
It's open comps. I'm like, oh, nope, no, we're good. Never mind. Ignore that. We're fine.
You got that? All good?
Rowan, don't
No, it's good. It's
blow
good.
up my ship.
I mean, technically, it wouldn't explode per se. Is probably just vent a little bit.
I'm just gonna look at Ash, and my eyes are like this fucking big behind my glasses. I look like a deer in headlights right now.
All right, Papa, good to pull out.
Everything seems to be back in place.
All right, and he'll like help you like get out so that you don't necessarily accidentally like try to get out too much and fly into space because that would be that would be good.
Dee snickers and tries to make some sort of pull-out joke and fails miserably because she's so distracted.
All right. Try to patch up the hole so that things are good, and we can get back inside. So Captain can okay. Everything is good, and just like you can try to fire the engine now if you want, and we can see if it doesn't work. We can just I can just shove the inner back in the hole. You're good, right? Do you want to fire the engine now, Captain?
Is there any risk to the two of you if I fire it up right now?
Only if you just punch it, yeah. Otherwise,
I'm
we
not gonna
good.
punch it, but I will try to turn it on, and I'll just tap the button to see if the reactor fires up.
Yeah, because I don't want to do that again. It happened when we want. It's not fun. No, just when in space.
I wouldn't do that to you, Mateo. I like you too much. And I'll just very slowly try to pull the drive in the reactor back online.
You try to fire up the drive. So if, a few misfire to begin with, which makes you panic a lot. You're not sure if it's gonna. But eventually,
it's like a 300-year-old Chevy trying to fire up.
Eventually, the laws of physics, take effect, and the drive does fire up.
And she runs to the nearest corner and grabs a bag and pukes.
Yeah,
just straight up all the relief in the world. You
don't want it floating around.
No, she grabs a puke bag and she's just done. Ash is watching her have an actual nuclear meltdown of her own right now.
All right, just need to patch her up, and we're gonna be back in.
Bless you both.
Captain, relax. It's all right. We're good. I think probably.
I'm gonna go brush my teeth, and she goes down to her room.
It's like all Pampa here. Like all I did was to make sure that he does not die.
Just patch her up. Be careful. Get back inside. I'll be back on deck in a minute. Yeah. I need to go compose myself. All
right.
Ash, sorry, and she just dives down towards her room.
All right. It'll probably take you.
I knew she liked me.
It'll probably take you like a good 15-20 minutes to just patch everything up properly.
She can go take her little gallon of water that she's got for the day, brush her teeth real quick, wash her face.
Does it look pretty on the side of the ship? No. But who cares? Hole is patched. Good.
It's definitely it's sealed.
Oh yeah. Once we get to the station, we can just get it better done, all buffed up, get some paint job done. Apparently, from what I understand, the rich man inside the ship is gonna pay for all that crap. So we good. We just put it on the tab. So good. No. And if we die, well, good for him. No bill.
Technically with the reactor now operational, we won't know if it screws up. We'll just not be here.
See? That's the optimism I like about the NS.
I get myself all cleaned up and I go right back to the deck and I make sure Morgan is up there.
Oh yeah.
And we start immediately bringing everything back online. Yeah. We get the oxygen circulator, the water circulator. We start looking at what we have for parts that we can contain the water we have.
Yeah. With the drive back operational, it does remove a big stress off your backup battery. And it allows to actually reallocate power and resource to get many of the things back online properly. Yes, there's still going to be some patch-up work here and there, and things to fix, and you still have a water problem. That is, still your water tank is still busted and.
One of the 2 water tanks is blown. We know we can probably get a pump to do something,
Yeah.
but the big concern is now fixed, and we can start worrying about the littler concern that's still a big concern.
No, that's not the most dangerous thing right now, right? As long as your water is still there. All right.
Get back up on deck. Ash, I'm so sorry. You did not need to see me fall apart like that, but I had a moment. I'm better. Whoo boy. And I'm just like sitting at my chair, and I'm just very slowly being like, okay, let me get the oxygen circulator slowly going up. I don't want to like push all the power at once. I want to give the batteries a second to recharge, and just very slowly start bringing everything back online.
Yeah, but also
I knew we were fine the whole time.
Not only that, if something like when the air filters are down, if something goes wrong and gets stuck in it, you don't want to push it all around the place.
Mm-hmm. So I'm very slowly monitoring everything. I have Morgan monitoring his backup. Ash is allowed to do whatever he needs to do on deck, reading stuff, whatever. And we're just very slowly going to bring everything up. Just one system at a time, starting with the most important stuff from life support and just working our way down the list so we can see where we're at, what's busted, what's not busted, what we can salvage. And I'm going to start going through the catalog of parts and see what we have spare laying around that they can use for a pipe.
Awesome. Those that wish to go through the catalog of parts can just give me like a general investigation test. And if there's anything else you want to do while things are back operational,
investigations, perception, or intelligence?
It will be intelligence. I think I do believe I need to check out the list of abilities.
17.
17. All right, that's good.
These dice are rolling nice tonight. I'm keeping these ones right here close to me. You be good babies. One of their brethren got yeeted, and they were like, "Okay, we'll behave." This little fucker is not allowed in the deck anymore. It's not allowed on my tray.
Did he betray you multiple times?
It rolled a 1 right off the bat when you had me roll the first D6. No, goodbye. Well, second one.
All right.
But that's a 17 with
Perfect.
4 stunt points generated. And it's a 4 on the drama die.
All right. All right. You probably have ways to like pump water. The question is where you're gonna pump it to.
Well, we've used a good bit of it, so we have 2 tanks. So I would want to pump it into the tank that's still safe.
Okay.
As much of it as we can get in there, just to fill it up. That's half a tank. That's enough for the trip back.
All right. Yeah. That's gonna be another trip down into deck 10, but.
Yeah, but we have really good engineers.
Yeah. All right.
As soon as the captain walks away, I got a message I gotta send out.
All right. Go for it.
So Ash is going to send back home to the company where they are, what he found when they went to the one spot, because this is not going to be the last expedition to go get the materials, and there's some of the danger. He's got to let people know that this is not a safe place to go, but potentially worthwhile. Also, he's got extreme radiation poisoning, and maybe or may not will live to get back.
All right.
So be ready to help me out once I get back home. Also, if we do get back home, I have to fix this busted ass ship.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, message is out. Hopefully, we'll get somewhere.
Sure.
Nami, do anything in particular?
So yeah, Nami would have returned to the deck. I'm not sure if it would have been before or after the drive as such would have been turned back on.
Mm-hmm.
But as they return, they'll look to the rest of the crew and says, I've still been unable to locate.
Not everybody knows.
Oh,
I've only told like 2 people.
so aware of this.
We decided to keep it quiet, so not a lot of people know. So before you go telling everybody.
So, okay. Cap, do you mind if we step aside for a second?
No,
Do you
we're
remember
good. What's
who
up?
you told exactly, Captain?
I told Clara and Ash
Okay.
and Rowan.
All right.
Yeah,
I hadn't had a
I
chance to
remember.
get anybody else alone yet.
You do
Yeah, I
get a
remember,
look from Morgan that is like top, like on like their pilot seat, like wonder like what they're talking about, locate what, but they don't say anything. They just get back to
Nami
the job.
and I talk literally all the time,
Yeah.
so
It's
gonna,
Tuesday.
you know, nosy but not out of the ordinary, and
Yeah.
I'll just jump down a deck.
So they would head over and like, what's that smell? Something smells weird. This place. So I had too much to drink.
No, the drive is back online. I puked. It's in the incinerator now. I had a little bit of a panic attack. It's been a long day, and I've been up for 2 hours.
That makes sense. I was like, well, why does it smell like somebody had a great time without having a great time? Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Literally no great time. I haven't had a drink in 2 days. What's up?
I've been unable to locate who has the pistol. I thought I had this
thing.
is secret. Yeah, the thing. Yeah, but I'm not saying this in front of everyone else.
Oh no, I'm just saying, just in case people are listening.
Oh, okay.
Cap is very cautious.
So I thought I had the right person. Safe to say that was not a weapon that he had, but a metallic leg. So we have scratched that one out.
I mean, we're in 0G. That could be a weapon, but that ain't the one we're looking for. So
yeah, I don't think we have that listed in our armory inventory. So so I was going to see, what would you like for me to do? I could go the mean route to say everyone stand in
No.
line and everyone get
The
patted
drive's-
down.
the drive is back online.
Hmm.
The oxygen tanks are filling up. We'll just
Well.
see what happens and make sure you're armed and watch the crew.
Technically speaking, your oxygen thing are not filling up. Your
They're recycling.
recycling is allowing it to work a bit more efficiently,
The oxygen recyclers are back up.
because you still
We
at
have
some
a
point
little
need to refill your oxygen.
Yeah, but we can move as soon as everything comes back online. We can get out of here through the ring and get to the station and fill up the tanks. If they let us, obviously. They should let us dock, but
All right. So just keep an eye out on everyone and
just keep a watchful eye. And I don't know. At this point, I don't know what else we can do short of patting everybody down, and I don't want people to panic. So Ash
All right.
knows, Rowan knows, Clara knows. I haven't had a chance to speak to Morgan in private yet, because John is forever roaming around. And I haven't had a
Alright.
chance to talk to Mateo yet, because people are forever roaming around and he's working real hard, so.
all right. And you all, just to make sure you all are currently armed right now, right? I know I taught Rowan a little bit of how to shoot, so you should be able to hit a bird from 300 yards away, most likely right now.
Yeah, doubtful, but that's sweet.
All right.
Big
Well,
bird.
stay safe. Big bird. Sesame Street. No, so stay safe, and if you hear anything, just let me know, and I'll get back to making my rounds. Nice job. I believed in you all anyway. I mean, I wasn't that
It
worried.
wasn't me. It was Rowan and Mateo. They came up with a plan, and I just told them to do what they got to do. There's a hole in the side of my ship right now, but they're working on patching it.
And I'm guessing that she's going to pay for all of the fixes and such.
That was the deal. But we got to get home first. We got to get him home first. He's still pretty sick, but we can get him after everybody's done their rounds of everything they need to get done. We can get him back in sick bay.
Is comms back up right now?
Yeah, they're coming back online. I don't know how well our long range ones are operating, but we're transmitting signal trying to get help. So something's going on with the big ship out there. We're still getting like a panicky message, but we can't translate it. And I don't know.
Remember
what's
I
going
told
on.
you before that I felt like something was wrong when we were at that location and that they were in
I still feel like
trouble.
something is wrong and like they're in trouble, but I don't know how to fix it. And right now I have a lot of people here I have to keep alive.
We don't have do we have a small like life ship here? Like maybe like a safety pod or something?
Nope. We got nothing. The Oni's floating around out there somewhere. But we have nothing. And we're running out of air. We're running out of water.
So this may sound a little bold, but I would like to go there. I figure if they're also in trouble and they're looking for help, if we can combine our forces like before.
We were literally inside that thing. They knocked both of us out and then the planet exploded.
True. But if they are as stressed out as they are saying, sounds like they could use all of the help they can get.
They're ghosts. They're digital memories of something. They're not. I have to protect this crew. I have to protect Ash and his crew. I'm not putting us in more danger when we are literally barely functioning as a ship.
That's fair. Where was the Oni? Do you know where the Oni at?
We got a signature a little while ago. We're going to run more scans once we figure stuff out because we may need to go harvest materials from it. But right now, we're just trying to get all of the systems back online. Because it's going to take a minute. I don't want to tax the reactor too much. It's been down for a hot minute. It's been, 2 days? Like, I want to make sure that it comes back online slow enough that it doesn't, react.
So how about this? You don't have to risk anyone else's lives. We were able to find the Oni. You can slingshot the Oni over to that location. I'll be within the Oni.
Do you want to stay out here? Because I ain't going to be able to come get you. And you ain't going to be able to fly back.
Hey, they helped us out. That's the least
Nami,
I can do.
Phoenix is going to kill you. He will bring you back to life to beat your ass and kill you.
True. But I got red on my ledger.
Why don't we focus on getting the ship back up and running first? And then we can have a come to Jesus with everybody on the ship and decide what we're going to do. We also have to see if we can find the Oni. And if it's not just a random drive signature of a drive that is still functioning in a ship that doesn't exist. We got to find it first. And we need to have this ship functioning before we can do that. So.
Yeah, it's
just,
true.
Stay close.
Yeah, in the meantime.
Stay between the command deck and the mess. Let's just try to keep eyes on everybody and we'll see what's up.
Got it, Cap.
All right.
And I will head back to the deck. Is it anybody besides Ash and Morgan there?
I don't know. I can't think there really be only two of them. Ash, were you still listening to the broadcast on your end?
I think after I've sent Ash sent the message, he got off the deck.
All right.
No, you know what he would have done? After he sent the message, he probably would have sent 2 more just dummy messages.
All right.
just so the traffic is not to the same place.
All right. Perfect. Morgan would still be on deck.
Just
Uh,
Morgan?
Yeah, John is not there right now.
Okay, I would float up to where she's sitting in the pilot seat and sit down next to her in the co-pilot seat.
Captain,
Hey, Morgan.
been listening to whatever that is, and I think you may want to, listen to it again.
Okay.
And they bring up the audio. It's, well, new. And through the vast array of sound and strange voice, you do. Seems like you're hearing, "Help me." And listening to it again, it sounds very familiar voice-wise. You did not speak with that person for very, very long. But it does awfully sound like Tanaka. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna be right back in a few minutes.
Welp.
You cheeky fucker, you cheeky fucker.
I mean, you know me. And we're gonna be right back. Get up, drink some water, stretch, do whatever you need to take care. We're gonna run some ads and all that. So, see y'all in a bit. And we're back.
We're just gonna conduct because we can.
I mean, I'm sure people will like that are watching the stream will absolutely understand what's going on behind the scene, right? It all will make sense for everybody, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was nothing weird and secret happening. So.
My favorite thing right now is people that are using conductors as their body image or reference guide for spellcasters. For
Well, yeah,
it's great.
they're the best one.
They're the best.
They literally hold
yeah.
a wand. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
Conductors are
Bippity
legit
boppity
wizards.
boo.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Right before we went on break, Captain Dylan, as you were going back into command deck and more like and all that, Morgan brought your attention to follow up on the broadcasts, and you heard "Help me" mixed in there from a very familiar voice. So that's where we're going to pick up here.
Morgan, get a recording of that, please.
Oh, yeah, already on that, Captain.
Okay. While you're doing that, we're gonna call an all hands meeting because we have to figure out what we do next. We're still pulling stuff back up online, right?
Yeah,
Are we?
and they're trying to
online
monitor
yet?
it as much of what's going on with that whatever station ship thing.
Okay. I'm gonna grab their hand real quick. Morgan, just to let you know what's going on, and I hadn't had a chance to get you alone yet, and I didn't want to like spook everybody. Someone stole a pistol from the armory. Do you have your piece on you?
I mean, it's already, and like the point, like right by the receipt, it's always there.
Okay, just don't stray far from it, just in case. We don't know if it was one of us. We don't know if it was one of their crew. Ash is aware. Rowan's aware. Nami knows. Nami's the one who found it.
No worries, Captain. Just trying to check how much damage and what can be done with fuel and all, and see how I can orient the ship with thrusters because not all is up.
Yeah.
And I
Just-
don't want to go to spin, so.
Right. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I trust you to pull all the rest of the systems back up and get us into some sort of position. We got to figure out what's going on with this help me call and decide what we want to do. I personally just want to get the fuck out of here, but it's not just my decision.
All right.
So I will get on comms and start waking everybody up and tell everybody to come to the mess.
All right.
I want to just, that tends to be where I hold my meetings because I don't want people on the command deck and something to go haywire and somebody to knowing that there's a missing pistol. I don't want one of our comms or something to get shot and short something out.
Could be worse.
I'd rather it be the coffee maker than our communication system.
Are you sure?
Yes, I drink tea. I drink tea, and we're right now on a moratorium on anything.
And this
that
is how
not water.
Captain D has her first mutiny right here.
I have my pistol on me and my knife, by the way.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. Easy enough to gather all available bodies on board. At least those that are able to move.
Mm-hmm.
Floor is yours.
Clara, how's the good captain doing?
Temperature's unusual, but
Define unusual.
well, in the past couple hours he started to fever.
Don't like that.
No, it's only started. Well, no, it doesn't make sense. No, it's all good. Yeah, it only started like a fever. Like,
All right. Well, the good news, everyone, is the reactor is back online. We are pulling systems up as we speak. The oxygen is being recirculated. We've bought ourselves some time. We are working on seeing what we have in terms of thrusters, in terms of our drive, in terms of signaling. It's going to take a little bit to get everything back online, but we're in much better shape than we were when everybody went to sleep. Well, I guess there's no easy way to say this, but how many people on this ship would recognize Tanaka's voice if I played it?
Like, pretty much all the crew of the Oni is like, I mean, we've spent
Morgan, hit the button. And I want it coming on. I want everybody to hear what I heard on deck coming through the comms in.
Are you? Is that like a joke or something, or?
No, that is coming from the ship across the way. That's coming from whatever is out there. We've been picking up a weird signal from them all morning, night, whatever time it is. I don't fucking know anymore. We've been picking up a weird signal. It sounded super panicked. This just started coming through in the last few minutes, so I called a meeting to see what we want to do about it. I watched her die.
I mean, there's no way that anybody like survive. Like,
I know, but I also watched her die before the planet blew. But I also know, based on what happened to both Nami and myself when we were over there in that thing, that it holds some sort of memories or spirits or something. It's weird.
I mean, whatever that is not Tanaka. Like, it may sound like Tanaka, but it's not.
My thinking
Tanaka.
too.
I mean, it's not entirely impossible. We jumped through a great nothingness and came back out on the other side.
Yeah, but we know that. We knew what that was. We know the rings.
I mean, we know it.
I mean,
as much as you can know something that is empty and unfathomable.
I mean, it's still weird, unknown. Like we go through it, right? But that's pretty much what we do. Like.
Well, she was y'all's crew. She was y'all's XO. Your captain cannot make any decisions right now, and is now running a fever. And I want to check, like, do our comms or anything pick up body temperature changes, or Nami and I, either of us, feeling sick?
You're not feeling. Well, it would be very difficult to tell because your bodies went through a lot of various ailment in recent days.
So we wouldn't necessarily feel any different.
You're still feeling like poo, absolutely. If you're like running a temperature for something, probably a little bit, probably running a little hot because your body is still a bit of a wreck, and by a little bit I mean still a wreck, but at least you're alive and stable-ish.
So it wouldn't be like a sudden spike that we would feel too.
No, not that you would.
Okay. All right, well, I mean, she was your crew, and that's very obviously her voice. I recognized it immediately, and I would have no reason to lie to anybody about it. So, there have been people that have said they want to go over there and see what is going on. I figured we'd put it to a let's all talk about it and get some opinions before we make a decision, because if there's any chance there were survivors and they ran and got in that thing or something, I don't know.
I mean,
that place is creepy as shit.
Who would have survived that?
I don't know.
Like, we barely survived.
I mean, that thing survived it, and everybody in it survived it, or whatever is in there survived it. There's something in there that is either a memory or something that is functioning. They're sending an SOS across. We've been flashing an SOS at them for like 3 hours now.
What exactly did it look like when you weren't there? Exactly.
I mean, it was a big room. Like, there's a bunch of puzzles to unlock doors, and then there was a big room with a big dais in the middle. And then there was like a table, and Rowan touched it like 3 times, and all these blue things popped up. And one of them flew right through me, and one of them flew right through Nami, and both of us passed out. And then we both saw a whole bunch of shit that was like a big warning that something was about to explode, and we ran like hell, and then the planet blew up. Now, we thought it was the sun was going to blow up, but then the planet blew up, so we don't really know what's going on. But we're getting a distress call from whatever that is. I don't know if they're mirroring our distress call and they have a way to help because we are still not at 100%, or if they are in trouble themselves.
I said I'd follow whatever you say, Captain. So,
Ash, you can speak freely. I know you said you'd follow whatever I say, but I'm taking opinions before we make decisions.
Well, then we can't pass up on a discovery like this. There might be people in there. We can't just leave them.
That's where I was leading in. I kind of had this conversation a bit before, and the fact that they helped us out, I already was feeling a bit bad of not helping them in return when we were back on the planet. And now it feels like I have red on my ledger that I need to get cleared out. So I, for one, would like to head back to the location and try to do whatever I can to be able to help these individuals in need.
I mean, whether or not they have been changed or altered in some way, I don't know how much that really matters. I mean, shit. I can't have no more babies. I've been altered in a hell of a way. I'm still kicking it, though. That's because you can't take out old Ash Phoenix. I'm a hard-to-kill man. Anyway, I think I might be losing the thread a little bit, but yeah, I'm with Nami.
And Morgan goes, set a work cabinet could bring the ship over. It's up to you. Or
Did we ever find the Oni? I asked Morgan.
I got an idea of where it might be.
How far?
Seems to be coming this way for now.
How long till it's here?
Speed's going. One can calculate a day, half a day. Hopefully nothing gets in the way. We don't have this entire system mapped out, so.
There is the option of splitting the crew and trying to fire up the Oni, because we were able to fire up the Oni for a little bit, so there is the possibility of anybody wanting to go over, we send the Oni over. And you wait, and whoever stays on the ship waits here. We'll set a time limit. And if because if my crew's going, you know I have to go with them because I have to protect them.
Alright.
I have a contract I have to finish.
Yeah, we can try to hijack it when it comes back around.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. We hijack it when it comes back around. We send anybody who wants to go investigate over. We give it 24 hours. If everybody is not back in those 24 hours, this ship leaves for the ring. That's my only suggestion right now, but I am open to options if anybody else has an idea.
That works with me. Nah, like I said, I just want to make sure if I was to leave without even trying to help, my conscience wouldn't go well with that. Alcohol may subdue that a bit, but I at least got to give it a shot. So I already felt a bit bad of leaving them the first time. I can't do that again. So I'm down with whatever plan is there as long as I give a shot to clean off the ledger.
Man, how much shit can you actually have on your ledger? Ain't you like 16
I have
years old or
obligations to
something?
2 different Phoenixes right now, so I have to go over.
Almost 20.
Baby face here. Almost 20. I
I'm
got
just
kids
saying.
damn near your age.
You have kids older than him. I owe his uncle my entire damn life. I have to go with him. And I have a contract to finish with you. I promised I would protect you. I don't violate my word.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, the ledger isn't with a lot of people, it's just with this group, because this group helped us out. They gave us that warning, told us, hey, you should evacuate. We did, and then the plan exploded.
I personally, just so everyone is perfectly clear, would like to just fucking leave.
Mateo's
I
like,
understand.
hi, Cap. I mean, honestly, like, no, all cool, but ain't got no attachment to any of them. I'd rather, just go surviving the day.
I'm
No.
fine with that.
No,
I will
not-
not penalize anyone from my crew who decides to stay here. No one will be penalized if you want to stay here. This is optional. Morgan will be in charge. And Nami is going to figure out who stole the fucking gun from the armory, and we are going to discuss that right now. Turn out your pockets, because I'm not leaving anyone in danger. Somebody has an unauthorized pistol on this ship, and we were going to find out who it is right now. This is your chance to come clean, free and clear. Don't make me have to search everyone here.
And they all, the crew look at them all around.
Ash starts stripping.
Like,
Just straight up out the jumpsuit.
that's the spirit.
D blushes just a little bit.
I hide nothing, as you can see.
The only people authorized to have a pistol on this ship are myself, Nami, Morgan, and Rowan has one because we kind of needed one while we were gone, and if he's coming with me, he'll have one again.
Can I pull my
So
jumpsuit
getting
back
naked
up?
or what?
Is this,
Please, you do not need to get naked, Ash.
I'm just trying to make sure that you
Not that it's not a
completely
nice
aware.
view, but you don't need to get naked.
Well, you
And
can
at this
hide
point,
a lot
she's
of
like
things
bright
in different
red.
places. I'm just
And
saying.
she's like this. She's just like, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm having this discussion with this man right now.
I mean, let's face it, nobody here is surprised by that.
This is a different time.
Yeah. I mean, technically everybody underneath their jumpsuit probably have like other wear, like underwear.
I would
and
hope.
Shirt. Unless, some people like Ash apparently just go full au naturel
Mando.
underneath his jumpsuit. Yeah, I mean, they get their things down, and none of them seems to be packing heat.
Speak for yourself. I couldn't pass someone up. I'm sorry.
This man, I swear to God.
That's why I like playing with Dimple.
Oh my God. Wow. Anyway, please don't make me search everybody. Please
You
don't
have
make
a
me go
sh-
search everyone's room. Because I will go ahead and send Nami to go check every single quarters. Everyone's quarters get searched.
Give me an empathy test, D.
An empathy test? Which one's empathy?
It's,
I mean, all I have is gut checks, so
It's communication.
communication. Well, communication I'm still really good at. Oh shit. Okay, well that would be a 6 on the drama die, 6 stunt points plus 5, so it's 12 plus 5 is 17 plus that's a 20.
Okay, that's really fucking good.
And I don't even have empathy as one of the skills. I'm just very good at communication.
Yeah, which is good.
Oh yeah, empathy is in perception and in communications. It's fun.
I have a +3 in both. So.
You and there might be. You can use some. I would say you can use some investigation stunt here.
Sure, I've got all the stunt points on fucking Earth with that roll. Let me see. What page is that again? I literally have 6 stunt points. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's the max.
I could make the roll a 26.
I would say I would recommend you probably using both intuition and flashback, or even
Okay.
maybe lucky break.
All right. That's where is it? Which page is it?
In the actual book, I'm not 100% sure. I did share like essentially a cheat sheet card, which is game card somewhere, which is on there. I'm not sure if it's in our Discord.
Is it in the Discord?
Most likely.
Which type of stunt is it?
It's under investigation.
Investigation stunts. Give me 1 second to find the page. I got the book sitting here.
Yeah.
So there's breakthrough,
103.
which you gain not only information but some form of incontrovertible proof. Reduce the number of leads on the path by 1. Jumping to a further point in the investigation immediately. That's 5 points. Then there's lucky break. The test results leads fortuitously to putting 2 and 2 together later. That one, prevalent focus as a tangible one on the next test you make to unlock a lead related to this test.
Yeah, why don't I just freaking use all of it and do a breakthrough and a flashback because I've got the 6 points.
All right.
We've got the room in the churn at this point because we
Yeah.
already had our water tanks blow up, so you know.
Yeah, you have the room, so it's all good.
I'll use the flashback and a breakthrough.
All right. So it goes up by 1 because of the 6 on drama die, and by 1 more
Another one because I'm using
of,
literally everything.
main stunt point. All right. So, looking back, trying to get a read on everybody, trying to just remember like events that happened and how people went about on board, and discussion and things that you may have not necessarily caught right away. You do notice that one very specific member of your crew seems to distance himself a little bit. And you think, and remember, when he went to the med bay, you did notice that a few things were a bit out of place. But, I mean, things are always, sometimes a strange place. You don't spend too much time in med bay. Although this time you did spend a lot of time. You do believe that you may have seen something in medbay from possibly Clara, and she's acting very strangely right now.
Yeah. Motherfucker. God damn, I knew it. Of course it would be one of mine. Of course, Nami.
Yes.
Detain the good doctor and go search her quarters. And I will look right at Clara.
All right. Nami eyes Clara intently and cautiously makes their way over to her to arrest her and check her quarters.
As you approach her, she back away in a corner. She's trying to back as far as possible.
Clara, this is your chance to come clean and we can fix things, or we can arrest you and lock you in the brig. Pick one.
Look,
I've got my hand on my pistol at this point.
I was gonna put it back. I'd like know if we're gonna live or die, and I know people panic, and just wanted to make sure.
Is everybody in the room that was given sleeping pills?
Yeah, everybody's awake. And I'd rather make sure that things go on own term than what it could have been worse. Like, I can show you where it is.
Nami, take her, find out where it is. She is confined to quarters until we figure out what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. Clara, we can have a bit of a conversation on the way there.
And yeah, without even a word, she can float around back down to the med bay. no issue.
My apologies to everybody on board. We've been trying to figure it out for about a day. We didn't want to spook anybody.
Hey, don't apologize. That was freeing.
Of course it was free.
I have been up for 4 hours. I would like to take a 16-hour nap already. Anybody else coming with us to go see what the big fucking ship is?
Oh, I'm definitely volunteering.
Wait, you already met me.
Yeah, Ash. I know you're coming with me because this is your trip. Ro, you're coming?
Yeah. Sign me up.
As soon as Nami gets back here. Anybody from the Oni want to join us? Because we are going to take your ship with us.
And to look at each other, like, I mean, fuck it, why not? And Bo goes like, yeah, fuck it.
There's hazard pay in it. I mean, more
Can we
hazard
please
pay,
offer hazard pay to Milan to stay here and watch over your captain because now our doctor is on lockdown?
Well, why don't you just lock her down in the place where she can take care of
Because she might kill your captain.
it? Then why would she do that, though? What's the benefit?
She's having issues. She's freaked out because of where we are. She will have access to all the meds in there. She's already a danger to herself and others. We need to get the gun away from her, get her locked away. We'll make sure she is fed and taken care of. We got to do something. We're running out of oxygen. We're running out of water. We are running out of time.
I'm just saying, she didn't hurt nobody. She just
She
panicked
didn't
a
hurt
little.
anybody. We're just going to get her calmed down. I don't want her to risk that. She literally just gave sleeping meds to everybody and she was ready to kill someone. So
She wasn't ready to kill someone. She was ready to protect herself from someone killing someone. I'm just saying that there's a distinct difference in there.
yes, but she and I had a talk when we were talking about issuing sleeping meds and she made some comments that kind of had me worried to begin with.
I'm also from Texas, and everybody has guns
This
there.
is true. Lord, never make me have to go back to Earth. I'm begging you. Anyway, yeah, okay. When Nami gets back, let's get the Oni. Let's see if we can get the Oni back online and run it through our systems. Oh God, I can't believe we're doing this. I hate everything about this. All right, we're just gonna go. Morgan, can you please go locate the Oni and steer that bitch over here? Sorry, I shouldn't use that word, but
Let's go get my ship, baby. Let's go.
yeah, we're risking your ship this time. Mine's in enough trouble.
I mean, this ship's practically my ship, considering all the money I'm gonna put into it.
Still mine. I still hold the license. It's my ship.
Sure it is, Captain. Sure it is.
All right, Captain, gonna figure a plan to get it and ride by you, and if you go with, give me a green light on that, we're gonna do it.
Mateo, do you think you can work on a water pump to get all of the loose water in Deck 10 pumped back into the other pump because we lost one of them?
That may be the easiest shit I've done in like days. Yeah.
Bless you. I could kiss you on the mouth right now, but I won't because that's a horrible breach of protocol. Just fix it for me, please.
I mean,
After it is fixed, drinking restrictions are off because Jesus, I need a shot. I'm going to my cabin and I'm going to go get my good bottle of whiskey that I still have a little bit left. Because I need liquid courage at this point.
Mateo's gonna, like, elbow Rowan.
From last week, 8:45 p.m.
Yep.
I pegged it.
Yeah. Mateo's gonna elbow Rowan.
We all had a bet going as to who it was.
I knew Captain
Gosh,
thought I was
pegging
hot.
things too.
Oh,
This
Jesus
captain's on
Christ.
one.
God damn it. Oy, Ash.
Right.
Never change.
All right. So, Clara's getting detained. Some crew member are getting prepared to possibly be board over the Oni. How do you possibly want to approach that? There's multiple ways that you can get it. Right now, it's been essentially, drive is on for the Oni. It was essentially like trying to essentially make it gravity go around. There's an easier way to stop it from going anywhere, which is to, well, take it down completely. But I will make it no longer operational.
I will leave that to Rowan and Mateo and Morgan because they are the experts in this.
I mean,
I'm gonna go have a drink and pack a box to hand to Morgan.
Mateo's idea on that approach would be to essentially make it directly a breaching pod. That's dangerous. Essentially a flying trash can that will be rocketed through to the Oni, hopefully attach and breach a hole and get in. The Morgan's option would be to find a way to match its speed and course with limited thrusters available, so it will be very, very difficult as a piloting check, and you may need to hold on your bus on board. And try to get control of the system again. That will be relying on our engineer to remote hack back into the Oni. I mean, there's also the terrible option of just waiting physically in its path and just, see what happened, but it's not recommended.
I don't think so.
I don't know what the best choice is here. It's your ship. Ash, you might actually get to make the call on this one. It is your ship.
Let's get on there and make this happen, Captain. I want to get on my ship and recover it if possible.
Both solutions have their risk. Some greater than others.
Go big or go home. Or die. That's the other option.
The
Try not to
breaching
think about
pod
that last one too much.
risks fewer lives.
Yeah, I mean, only like the people that are on board, and hopefully we'll. I mean, you're good at math, right? We good. You can just, go there, match speed, reach it. No, I mean, before doing all this, OPA days, things, I mean, I'm good here, but not things. It was always, very as good of a clean pay, right? So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, compa.
Let's go.
And I mean, we
Let's
got the things to
go.
build it. I mean, we got like this old can, like this, this old cargo there. All we need is, essentially put some charge to it and some magnet and just a bit of a rocket that we have, like some pack, and just I mean, we can do it like with Rowan. Like, look at that, man. We can do that in how much time do we have?
And y'all did just fix a nuclear reactor in 2 hours, so. She says as she walks by with like a box in one hand and her bottle of whiskey in the other.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. I mean, I don't want to necessarily be in the pod, but we can do that. And I'm sure, like, just like men here, we'll want to have the thrill of a lifetime there, right? And he looks at Ash. You're gonna be in the breacher party, right?
Absolutely. You think I'd miss something like this?
All right. See? Or we can go Morgan, do what Morgan says, and try to match speed, and do computer things if computer is working there. So technically, he can do both. Just just hope that.
Can we maybe just try the computer thing first before we try to blow a hole in the side of the ship?
Yeah.
Just saying. She sticks her head down from where she's at.
Yeah. All right. Roro, let's build a breaching pod.
Oh god. I'm just going upstairs with my whiskey and I'm going to sit down next to Morgan while she tries to get into their computers while we're trying to do this so we don't have to blow the ship to all this shit.
Ash is so excited right now.
I mean, it's going to be a controlled explosion.
Yeah, exactly. Best explosions.
We just survived a planet exploding, so,
That's
what's
Rowan
the
out here
worst that
making
could
the best
happen?
points in the world.
I mean, look, if we use a breaching pod, we at least have enough vac suits for the people on the breaching pod. Should something go wrong, we can still survive in space. If we try to match speed with the Oni and we collide, if there's a misalignment, we could risk breaching the ship. There's a lot more that can go wrong. We just got the reactor operational. This is everyone else's only way home, should it go badly.
Do whatever y'all gotta do. I'm gonna go have a drink. Gonna have a talk with Morgan. They're gonna do me a favor. Morgan!
Yeah.
Relax, Captain, relax.
I just want to let you know you're the best pilot in the galaxy. Our galaxy, not just this one. You're the only pilot in this one that I know of.
True. That pretty low bar.
You're in charge till I get back. If I don't come back, you're in charge.
All right.
I'm gonna hand her a little package that's labeled to Phoenix. Get back. Get whatever you need. These are the codes to the credits from Phoenix for emergencies. Don't use them unless you have to,
Yeah.
because
Don't worry. Got this.
Give him this box. He will know what to do. You're in charge. 24 hours from when we breach. If we survive the breach and we start heading that way, 24 hours. If we are not back in 24 hours, you leave. You take everybody, you get them to safety.
All right.
Unless you get instructions from me that say otherwise, but likely you won't.
That's good, Cap. Nami.
Thank you for being great. And I'm just gonna pat them on the shoulder and just, hop downstairs and go do all the stuff.
Yep. Nami, I do believe you were bringing Clara to a specific area for detention. Where are you bringing her?
Oh, we were heading to her room to extract the weaponry first.
Yeah, the weaponry was currently in the med bay.
Oh, it was in the med bay?
Yep.
Oh, yes, we'd be heading towards there first to pick it up. And as I'm able, as I'm presuming I'm able to find it when that takes place,
Yeah.
I look to her and say, this is kind of offensive. That. Why would you think I will let something happen to you? No one would have hurt you on my watch. Guaranteed.
You haven't been to the place I've been, right? Like, it's your first trip out there, like, in this kind of place. I was on Ganymede when it went down.
Go on.
Not everybody went friendly when things went really shitty. And no offense, like, yeah, you can shoot shit. It only takes one person to like get you. Like, I've seen bigger men than you get taken down when shit went wrong. And I just want to make sure that, you know, well, wanted to make sure that if the drive could not be back up, if we were really gonna, you know, just die out there, well, at least it would not be as terrible.
So I get that, you know, I can't be everywhere at once. And that there's always someone bigger or badder out there. And someone's day is always lining up. But for one, you could have just asked. I mean, if you would just say like, hey, I'm a bit concerned for my safety right now. Is it all right if I can take a piece? For Christ's sake, I gave a pistol to Rowan and taught Rowan how to shoot. So if I gave Rowan a pistol, I think I would trust you with a pistol as well.
It's so true, though.
So
Bam,
I
we would have
mean,
just given you a gun. You didn't have to steal it.
Yeah, you didn't have to steal it. Like, you just have to, say, hey, I'm feeling a bit concerned for my safety. Is it all right if I could carry something? And then even if you more so, I could have, if you've been a gun to me, you probably could shoot a pistol relatively well. So you probably don't even need lessons, to be honest. But if you needed lessons, I could have helped you out as well. Because, you know, I've been showing Rowan how to shoot. But, you know, the future.
Look,
Communication is key.
did what I did. Want to make sure, you know, get a survival goal in my term. I don't want to, you know, get that feeling of everything is going out and there's nothing I can control.
Well, I understand that. You know, you want to be able to have some sense of control, especially in a circumstance like this. I mean, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I was getting gray hair because I feel like there was nothing I could control here. I couldn't help out anywhere. I couldn't help out Cap. I couldn't help out Rowan. I couldn't help out anywhere because my skill set wasn't there. So the amount of control that I had for the circumstance was zero. And yet, I was still able to communicate and make sure other people could understand this. So therefore, I could feel a part of the puzzle, at least find something that I could control. That's why they gave me inventory, which came across your particular circumstance. So if I didn't have that communication, I never would have known that you actually would have taken something. So that's what I mean. In a situation like this, you just gotta talk.
Guess it just makes you the better person, kid. So are you gonna confine me to my cabin now?
Oh yeah, I got captain's orders. I mean, I have no choice with that. I'm just saying, in the future.
Did what I did, right? You know, you do what you have to do. Talk about it later once, you know, we're out of the system and Captain choose what to do with me.
Is there, I'm just trying to figure out, is there growth happening here? Or is this just like, this is me, this is who I am, you gotta accept who I am on my own terms, I'm not gonna change, F this type of thing. I'm trying to get your vibe here of like how you're taking my recommendation of communication.
Are you genuinely asking her or just trying to read?
Part of it was asking, but part of it was reading. Because she might say something and her body language and stuff like that says
Well,
something
she doesn't answer that question. But if you want to try to read, you can roll an empathy test.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So that is 3 sus points given, but I'm not going to use it. 14.
14. All right. Question for you, Nami, because I don't remember all the things. How long have you been on board the Ghost?
I would say 2 years. Because right when it became 17 years old and the end to the 17-year-old main area, he would have got transferred immediately to the Ghost.
The person that you see in front of you has a very different demeanor than the person that you are used to. I don't think you may have the life experience because just your upbringing and things like that. Um, Somebody more familiar with people and how they react under a certain situation would probably recognize in this case. I'm just gonna get it free to you because I think it's interesting. The look of somebody breaking under pressure of past fear. Many elements of things happening recently on board Ghost are still very, although not identical, but very similar to certain elements that happen on Ganymede. And things like that sticks with you. Even if it's been years, things like that stick. That feeling when the mirror broke on Ganymede and most of the station was, well, for the most part, partially dying and then completely died. The way people were the piece of the puzzle before things completely fell. Too many elements of the situation now brought back some fear. And she just did not want to go through that again. So was making sure at this point that she did not have to, regardless, not caring about protocol or permission or communication here, just going through what she had to do, what she thought she had to do, just to make sure that things were not gonna go the same way. Because communication did not always work. So, as much as she trusted the people of the Ghost, because she's been with Ghost for a few years now, she's been with people in Ganymede for longer than that, and shit still went to hell, right? So.
Makes sense. So when Nami sees that there's no response to the question, it gently smirks and says, well, I get it. As best as I can, anyway. Probably still in trouble. But I'll see what I can do about expressing your point of view to the Cap. Maybe we can come to a mutual consensus between the two. But even still, I'm a chatterbox. Just got feel free to chat. Especially since I hold all the guns. Come on now. What made you think I would have give you one? Again, Rowan has one. I mean, if that's not a checkmate in a debate, I'm not sure what is. So I'm just saying. But come on, I gotta get you to your quarters.
And she doesn't add a single word while you take her there.
Right. And as you take her, of course, to the location to kind of set her up, he says, when I come back, and it's all said and done, I wouldn't mind hearing your stories about where all this came from. It might help a bit.
All right.
Try to get some sleep. And that's it. Yeah, Nami will, of course, put some I guess the codes in to make sure the room stays locked. Oh, first they would make sure that the room doesn't have anything inside that will allow her to be able to commit suicide, such as bed sheets, plastic forks, all those type of objects. They will essentially kind of look around and make sure there's nothing in the room that she could use to essentially try to take her life.
I mean, it is her quarter, right? So
Mhm.
whatever, technically most all beds have, some form of sheets and some strap to that you can, tie you in because sometimes, you don't necessarily want to just float around while you're sleeping. And personal effects.
All right, so Nami will look towards Clara, says, hey, for protocol, just to make sure you don't decide to do something a bit drastic, I'm just going to have to take some items out of your room just to make sure. We'll give it back once when I come back.
She just
Promise.
watch you go through things.
What's the big station that's right outside of the ring?
The main one is essentially like controlling traffic. It is Medina
Mhm.
Station,
Medina. I couldn't remember the name of it.
formerly known as the Nauvoo.
Yeah. I knew it was the Nauvoo. I couldn't remember what the
Yeah.
new name was. Okay.
aka the
Morgan
giant
has
battering ram.
instructions. Morgan has instructions to drop her off either at the station or at Tycho.
All
Her
right.
choice. I ain't gonna hurt her. I ain't gonna lock her up. I'm trying to keep everybody safe in the meantime.
Yep.
But she's off the ship.
Yep.
We're gonna drop her off with fellow Belters somewhere where she'll be safe and she can go about her business.
All right. Perfect.
But she didn't trust her captain or security enough to do something and tell us what was going on.
Yep.
And after the comments she made about me being like, we're going to get sleeping pills for everybody so we can lower the oxygen levels and let everybody just take a nap for a few hours.
Yep.
And she was like, do we want to sleep or sleep?
Yeah. So,
I am concerned.
I have a concern.
all right. So as things are progressing, there's somewhat of a plan in place to maybe catch Dione as it's swinging back around and maybe investigate whatever the object is floating. I guess we're gonna resolve that next week.
Yikes. For the finale, oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's where things are gonna either go super well or absolutely horrible. Either way, it's gonna happen next Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us.
Tuesday?
Thursday. I got Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yes, Thursday, not Tuesday.
Okay. Oh
Tired
boy.
brain.
You're fine. I just got worried for a second. I was
Yeah.
like, did I not write something down?
No, it's just me being a sausage again.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go around table, tell people where we are and when they can find you on the old internet and all that, in no particular order. So whoever wants to go first.
Hi, I'm Panda.
That's what happens when you have no particular order. You're just like, what?
Hi, I'm Panda. AwkwardishPanda everywhere on the internet. I play Captain Namita Dillon. She's had a very bad day. Captain D and her terrible, horrible, no good, really bad day. Anyway, you can catch me tomorrow night on YouTube on my YouTube channel. We're gonna do a YouTube live plan with me. Everybody's gonna be hanging out. It's just gonna be kind of a chill night of chit chat and getting ready for next week. Sunday morning, you can find me on Dimple's channel where I will be playing Glix, the Eladrin Druid, who is also having a time. All of my characters are having a time this week. Though Glix is getting better. And then Monday, my channel, we're gonna be firing up crafty times for impending November. So I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights I'm here. Friday nights I'm on YouTube. Sunday I'm over on Dibble's channel. Saturdays I sometimes take the day off.
Wonderful.
But lots of crafty stuff coming up for November. So
You're still working on it. What was it that you were working on recently?
the scarf. I'm
yeah.
making Flotsam and Jetsam, a cosplay item for my oldest kid's Halloween costume and future cosplay for cons. So they are starting to get faces.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. This is the kind of stuff you see on my channel. I make cool shit.
It's a vibe. It's cool.
I finally got the glue to hold these things down. The amount of Elmer's glue that it took to glue felt to yarn is disgusting. It's been like a 3-year-old's craft project. How much glue is on here? But they look really cool. They're almost done. I have to have them done by Sunday afternoon. So, but that's the kind of stuff you can see on my channel.
Yeah.
We make a lot of cool stuff.
Make cool stuff. It's a vibe. It's chill. It's fun. Go check it out.
Indeed.
But hey,
Dimples, your turn.
yeah, there you go.
Sure.
Name a volunteer.
Hello, everyone. I am Dimples and Dice, or Prince. That's you can find me around the internet. Dimples and Dice, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, basically everywhere except Facebook, because as always, fuck that place. You can catch me tomorrow. No, wait. I think we might be next for tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow for Waffles Maple Syrup. We're going to be over on Siren's Call. Yes, this week. 8 p.m. Eastern time over Waffles Maple Syrup. I'm playing a ranger with a little baby blue sapphire dragon who is kind of an asshole because that's what dragons are. They're dicks. But we keep them around because they're cute. You can also catch me on Philly by Night, Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night, Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is our 5th and final season. We have 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left, y'all, of this show. It is big stuff happening, and they're trying to fix the multiverse. Yeah. And they may have encountered some godlike creature again, and that might have caused them some drama, and they may or may not have known what to do. So we'll see how that plays out next week. Because when you try to catch gods with the godlike powers, you might get caught yourself. Then obviously on Sundays, Wayward Revelry, along with Panda and a bunch of other wonderful folks. We will be back this Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Where were we at last time? Oh yeah, you're in a castle full of shit and awful things. Good luck finding your friends and not dying.
It's Castlevania on steroids because Dimples is a genius, but also evil.
The first thing they killed it burst into gold. So that's where we are in this game.
Yeah.
I have other stuff going on and other things that have not been announced and other things that have been announced, things being edited, things that are going to go up on my YouTube. So do keep an eye out on all of my Twitter. There will be more stuff. And then, of course, I'll be at PAX Unplugged, so come see me there.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Awesome. Who do you pass it to, or?
Nix.
There you go.
Hey, I'm Nix, streamer, professional glass scratcher, internet silly person, and kilted himbo. You can find me 3 days a week streaming on my channel, Punkle Nix. In the link tree down there, you can find my Shopify store where I sell etched glass, mostly nerdy stuff, a lot of TTRPG stuff. Other than here on Thursday nights, you can find me Friday nights over on Dead Aussie Gamer, where we're in the middle of a Spelljammer campaign, where I am thankfully not the captain. And it's just starting to get really, really interesting. That's all let's see, Twitter MC Etching. That's pretty much where I do stuff.
It's a shit job to be a captain.
Here I was trying to do the right thing to look out for my people.
That's right. And Kira.
Fuck them people.
Hi, I'm Kara858. Oh, so yeah, you can be able to follow me on Twitter at the Kara858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs. We're on our YouTube. Well, that's for Twitter. But we also on YouTube, you can follow me at the Cookout TTRPGs. We have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. In terms of projects that I'm on, this Friday, which is tomorrow, you should see me for the penultimate episode of our Hunters Entertainment, Hunters campaign. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, next Tuesday we'll continue forward with our Maze the Ascension campaign. As we are now battling against some black spiral dancers. For those who are aware of those are the evil werewolves, and they hit really hard. So should be fine. We should be fine.
It's all fine.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, in November, in a couple of weeks, I'll be starting out with my new art streams dedicated to my comic books. For Snowstorm Comics. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming out on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Kira858. And that's it for me.
Can I throw one thing in there because I forgot a big
Yeah.
thing?
No, you
For any
can't.
of you who are for any of you who are crafting nerds like I am, next week in the November issue of Crochet Foundry magazine, I am the writer of the feature article for the magazine. It's going to be near the end of the thing where they do their monthly big article on crochet, and it's about crochet and neurodiversity. It's a really cool article. I actually got paid writing credit for the first time in years. So if you enjoy crochet, pick up a copy.
Yeah, go
Use my affiliate link and I
Yeah.
get 25% of a commission on it.
do that.
So-
Support Panda. Buy it through that. Awesome. Well, I'm so happy to be playing with these wonderful people, and I cannot wait for next week. Although I'm gonna be very, very sad because it's such joy. But hey, as always, I'm Frank, better known on the internet as Secret Freaky. I basically mostly do shit here, unless I happen to do something somewhere else. Whenever I'm invited, I'm always happy to do so. Outside of this, the only other things that I do is that I am, at times, a professional composer. I guess I am because I got paid for some stuff, so that by definition makes me professional, right? And I like to pretend that I know what I'm doing when it comes to music. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You will be back next Thursday for the final episode of this. And if you're new to this, you can catch all of the VODs on our YouTube and all that. So, wonderful. So thank you everybody for watching. Have a wonderful night, and see you next Thursday.
for the finale. Thanks, y'all.